Hello, Leo. I am Ulrich. I'm a Lenormand card reader. But today we will do the spiritual, philosophical card reading. It's also psychological card reading for the sign of Leo for the month of January. As always, we will do 4 card readings for the sign of Leo for the month of January. And these are based on the natural elements in your astrological chart, or for some of you, on your time of birth. These basic elements are air, earth, water, and fire. Now, the 4 objects that you always see on my table are directly connected to those elements. So you choose or you pick one that you think relates most to your personality, or you choose one you feel most comfortable with. This object of your choice, it should or it will relate the best to your current situation. However, if the object and the related video does not match your first choice, please check the other videos that are immediately connected in the same session. I'm sure one of the 4 will fit you. Anyway, the matches represent the fire element, the stone represents the earth element, the aerosol sprayer represents the air element, and the shell represents the water element. Also, I want to add, if you have questions, you can always post them in the comments below. And of course, as soon as I have time, I will answer them. Anyway, Leo, here we go for your spiritual, philosophical card reading for the month of January. Hello, Leo, and welcome to the Shell or the Water group for your spiritual philosophical card reading for the month of January. As the first card here, it tells us here that we need to hand it over to our higher spirit. For some of you, this means their God. Sometimes for other people, this means their spirituality. Whatever applies on you here. Anyway, we need to ignore our fears, and we need to believe there's something here above us. For some, it's called God. For some, it's called the spiritual here. Anyway, this is about what created us here and what protects us in life. Anyway, sometimes also this card tells us that during life, and as we grow up, we develop an ego, a personality here. And sometimes we tell ourselves, would start to think that we are the source of power that protects ourselves here, and that we need to have faith in this ego that we have created. But this card tells us that we need to reflect on that here, because maybe you have kept yourself hostage for a while. Maybe you don't use all the abilities that you have. And here we are urged here to free ourselves from certain fears. Maybe fear has invaded you to move on here. Maybe it's in your mind here. But here we see with this card that we are actually protected from something above us. This spirituality, or this godly for some people here, it protects us here. And also you are protected here with this card by the higher powers of the universe. And here we see, if we move on from our ego, there are some very nice projects for you here in petto that are about to come for your future. Anyway, if we let go of certain aspects of our ego, we will see that we can move on here. We cannot get there if we focus on what we have, the personality that we have built on. Here, you will, if you stick to how you are now, you will not be able to see the new projects that are there for you. There are doors here that are about to open, and you are protected for stepping into those projects, but you need to have faith in it, in something higher. So go inside yourself and ask something deeper inside you to reassure you here. This is what we are seeing here. We need to calm our personality, and we need to start to vibrate on something higher. Maybe a higher love, a higher protection here. Here we need to see that we need to stop worrying. It's no use here that we worry here, but we need to be convinced that something above us is protecting us. So here we need to reconnect here with the higher spirit, and if you do so, some doors will go open for you. The next card that we see here is that we need to access others. We need to turn towards others. You see here the child is about to lift it out in the bed here. So we need to reach out here. It's time to open our heart here. We need to get back in touch with other people here. It's possible that we build up a shield of defense here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible here that we think there are some enemies or forces here, and we defend here ourselves. But actually here, we see actually in this reading here, there's a very hidden, beautiful soul here. But it's hidden behind a certain personality that actually need to be adjusted. And once you cut some parts of yourself that you developed for protecting from this shield that you preventing here to move on, you will see that you come in another stage here. You need to come in the next moment here. Also, sometimes we can actually see this in the way we behave. So if you want to walk on the street and you see some camps and your body posture is reflected, just see how you walk. Just observe your own abilities. Are you really acting like you're holding your hands, like your arms against you, like you're protecting yourself here? Are you looking away from others? Are you looking away from your own body? This could point to the protective shield actually that you build up. You can easily notice it if you observe. You can be very observative. Just check it out here, and you will see that there is something holding you back here. It's like you prevent others here to be a part of yourself. And here, our higher mind here, something above us, wants us to connect and reconnect with others. So turn towards others and reach out your hand here. This is what we are. Leo has a very big heart, but it's possible here with this card that you panzered your heart so strongly that nobody is able to penetrate it here anymore. So we need to reach out here, and we need to open our heart and reach out our hand here. There are some healing powers about to enter ourselves here. So here we need to be convinced that you have the heart here, and you can really make the difference here in things about projects about to come. We just need to reconnect here. The next card that we are seeing here, maybe we have prevented for a very long time here to be happy in our life. Maybe we no longer feel the vibration of joy. And here we see also that we need to find this vibration back here. There are some things here that telling us that we build up a very powerful ego, and this actually imprisons us. Here you see the child here, it's in his bed and it cannot go out. And we built a kind of safety prison here. And we need to find back our deep divine inner nature here. Anyway, if you, mostly people with this reading here, they are aware some changes are about to come here. And it's possible here that you think how others will react here, and our personality or our ego, it feels intimidated by this here. But it's because it's not resonating, your ego is not resonating on the same vibration as yourself, your deeper self here. And it's like here, we want to keep ourselves in the cage. We prefer to be unhappy, but actually you should not. You should get out of this prison, out of here. We need to cut this open here. This is what we are seeing here. And we see the next card here, then we need to be happy again here. This is what we are seeing here. Here, mostly here, this tells us that mostly it's not only the personality or our ego that is the saboteur, but also it might be that some people around you are actually trying to steal your feeling of joy here. This is what we are seeing here also with this card. It's possible that you have the feeling that some people around you, if you will feel more happy, that they try to steal your joy, they act jealousy, they pre-assume things here, and it's like here you are contented and they don't want you to have that contentment, or it's you yourself who don't want to discontentment. Here also this card tells us that if we feel misfortunate for now, mostly this loves company. Misfortune, it loves company. So here if you feel happy and others resist because you act in a different way, here we need to carefully understand here what joy is. And we need to be curious and see where we will go. But of course, you will encounter certain trials here. And here we are urged here to be Leo, to be proud. So hold your head up high, but feel the deeper joy of Leo here, who you really are. The heart here you need to feel back here. So here we need to let the world know what is possible. And here we need to share our heart, and we need to probably see and share that there is more in life than only misery and suffering. Also here, we need to be careful here not to empathize or share the misfortune of others here. You can share your joy with others, but also be prepared if you go to another level to feel alone. Sometimes if we start to resonate on a higher vibration, it brings loneliness or being alone. The other side is that in the beginning, people will be a little bit refusal towards this higher vibration, but also you will see that some of them are inspired and they will start to resonate on the same frequency, and you will find happiness and they also. If not, just take distance here and enjoy these changes that are about to come in your life. You need to come here in alignment. This is important here, that we come in alignment here with who we truly are. Anyway, Leo, this is all for the water group. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this philosophical, spiritual, and psychological card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading didn't fit you at all, please check the other three that are connected here. I'm sure one of the four will fit you. If you are more in earthly card readings, or also just check out the classic Lenormand card readings, and of course also the financial and the work card readings that we do for the sign of Leo. Anyway, Leo, I want to thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for doing so. Hello, Virgo, and welcome to the Aerosol or the air group for your spiritual, philosophical, and psychological card reading. The first card here that we are seeing here is the card here that tells us maybe we closed off our heart. So here we are urged to open our heart again here. Anyway, here we see that if we want to receive all the benefits of life, the things that we are right as a being here, we need to open our heart again here. Here it tells us that probably you have closed off some parts of yourself, maybe from your heart here. This is what this card tells us, and we cannot fully enjoy what is actually rightfully need to come to us here. Here, in general, we are all born with a welcoming heart here, and we all expect positive things in our life, and Leo is a positive sign. And here we see that we need to have a more positive approach towards some things in our life here. And it's especially important because the heart rules is ruled by Leo, by the sun here. The heart is very important here, and it's important here if you want to enjoy life fully, and Leo is life. So here we need to see that we open our heart here, so we can be kind and go in the dance with other people here. We need to refine here, or find again the gift of love and loving others here. Anyway, here we see here that we need to go back to the source of life, and we need to find back our basic needs here. But maybe for now, because you closed off or you panzered your heart here, it's not possible here that all gifts that should come to you and that should bestow upon of you are able to come to you. It's possible that we have endured some pain in our life and we closed off our heart. We hardened, we really made our heart hard, and we are not able here to receive here. We are protected here also with this card, but it's difficult to receive if we are still in pain. of things that happened to you before. And actually the source of this pain or what you experienced before, it's exactly what is preventing you to go to in the dance of life, in what we actually need to receive. It's like we cannot receive what really is ours here. And it's like our ego, the personality that we built, it prevents us from getting there. If you find a way here to open your heart again, you will receive here a wish. This card tells us that it is very dear to you. But there are certain risks involved, so you will need to open your heart here again. If you feel closed off here, you need to enter your life here again. So you need to believe this is the right way again for going here, for going in the dance of life here, because we see the dance of life here. Here we see that we need to concentrate here on what we are about to do. Here we are urged here to go in the dance of life. If we have a partner, we could do this with our partner. If we are single and we are alone, we need to go alone on the dance of life here. Your life is also an enthusiastic partner. And if you have a partner, you can dance through life with your partner here. If you do so, if you reconnect with yourself and with your partner, you will see that there will come more success in your life and your personal joy in life will increase. But here we are asked to surrender. We need to surrender ourselves to life. Sometimes also this card tells us that we need to take some certain actions and we need to get on the move here. So we need to, for some people, this means that they literally will dance. Other people who are not physically, they need to go in their mind and go in their mind for the dance of life. But actually here, this is a physical card also. We need to go in the dance of life. We need to go wild a few minutes a day, like a release here, what we are seeing here. And you need to do this for a few days, maybe for a week, to get back in touch here. This is what we are seeing here. And the more, it's like you will find your mind will more embody the whole situation back, and it will actually lead you to where you need to be. So let yourself be carried away here by the rhythms and the flows of the sea, the ebbs and the floods here. So go on the vibrations that are around you. The last card that we see here, that we need to let go of certain things here. Sometimes here we see also that our personality or our ego that we built, it's living in the past. And sometimes we reapply, we keep on suffering here, and we don't see the possibilities actually that are ready for us here. Here we see that sometimes here our personality or our ego that we build, it can't stop thinking about the past. And sometimes also we miss out the present moment. So here we are asked with this card, where is your focus? Are you focused in the past, in the present? Are you in the now? Where are you here? This is what this card asks you. Maybe there was something that happened in your life and you hold on here to an old story. You cling to an old story, maybe, but this card asks you if you are ready to let it go. This is what this card asks us here. So it's like here, our personality, it prevents us for letting go, and we cannot focus on the present moment. But if you let it go, there's something very nice for you about to come. And here we are asked to pay attention to the future, what is in front of us. Try to embed your past into your future. But in a way, you need to give it its place, and it's time to move on. It doesn't mean that we need to forget. Of course, we have experiences of life, but it's time maybe. Normally, this card tells us that we are ready to move on, else you would not have this card here. But we need to leave embed some things out of the past in the now. And we need to move on here. We need to pay attention what is about to come. So here you are urged with this card to notice certain sounds, colors, feelings, the people. You need to enjoy the moment, the now here. This is what we are seeing here. If you do so, there will be a change in your life for the better. Here we are at risk that some beautiful things that are for us ready to come out, that we miss out on them. So look around you for these new things that are in your life. Look out for those sounds, for those colors, for those new feelings, maybe new people that are about to enter, and raise your head here. And if you do so, in a short period of time, you will be able to receive certain gifts, certain presents, certain new possibilities in the present that are actually need to come to you. But you need to open up your heart here and go in the dance of life. So, Leo, this is all for the air group. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this philosophical, spiritual card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check the other three that are connected here. If you are interested in more earthly card readings, financial work, you can also find those on my channel. And of course, the classic Lenormand card readings. Anyway, Leo, I want to thank you for your time. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. And I thank you for doing so. So, Leo, bye-bye for now. And thank you for your time. Hello, Leo, and welcome to the Stone or the Earth group for your spiritual, philosophical, and psychological card reading. As the first card here, it tells us that it's time maybe that we take a step back. As you see here, there's a labyrinth here. Maybe we are in a dead end in our life here. Maybe there are certain thoughts in your life or certain path that you have chosen. This could be professionally, this could be in some part of your life. It's like we are at a dead end. And mostly when this card appears, we know that we are at a dead end. Here we probably made some choices in our life, or we were involved in some choices, but these choices did not have the outcome or did not have the outcome that you expected here. Maybe these things are not in according to who you are. So here with this card, it asks us to stop going in that direction. We need to ask ourselves questions here. Are there certain things here, this card tells us, that you are giving up? Is there certain truths or certain things in your life that you ignore? Here we see that we need to be honest with ourselves. If you are honest with yourself, because else this card would not be here, you will know that the path that you have chosen probably is no good for you. Our personality that we developed here will, of course, through the years, we develop personality, who we are. And our personality here, with this card, it probably downplays the importance of this sincerity towards yourself. But here we need to see that we get out of the herd mentality. We need to start thinking here for ourselves here. You need to be yourself. Leo is the sign of the self. It's the heart, it's the sun here, and there is something wrong here if this card appears. Maybe you lost your faith in a higher path here, or you chose the wrong path here, and here we need to take a few step backs. But this card tells us that it's not too late. But here we should take a step back. We need to turn things around and get back on track. Maybe the split where we are on our life here before, the crossroads where we are before, we missed them, or we took the wrong street. This is what we are seeing here. Also, we are urged here with this card to seek the support of people who are close to you. It's like a soul family, not necessarily your family, but people who are vibrating where you feel comfortable with here. And we need to align with ourselves again and with these people. We need to be a kind of steadfast in that, and we need to be very diligent here that we make in certain choices that are about to come. You are the one accountable for choices that we have made. So choices that are about to come are important, so you need to reflect wisely on them. If you follow your deeper mind, you will see that there is a right path for you, but it will come with certain challenges. But you need to get back from the old path, because the one that you are following now is not the right one for you. If you look and you look around you, you know here, there's a higher self here that need to be attended, and that is the path that you need to go. If you don't, you might be drifting into some places that you actually don't belong. So be careful here and reorient yourself. The next card here is that we need to catch our breath here. Maybe you work very hard. Sometimes our personality, it can make us work very hard that we don't have time for ourselves anymore. We don't know anymore who we are. We are like, we become like a robot here, always working here. But if we follow our ego or what we build up, probably you will never be satisfied where you are going. It will never be enough, even though it's not necessarily financially. It could be ambitious, like maybe it will never be enough. And here, this card tells us that we need to reconnect here with the higher mind. As the same card told us here, we need to take a step back here and breathe again. You need to find your breath of life again here. Even you might feel that your life is going to fall apart if you make certain choices that you are about to take. It isn't. It's not going to fall apart, but you need to take a break away from false directions, false urges, false energies here. You need to realign here with yourself and with the higher vibe in yourself. This is what we are seeing here. You need to reconnect with who you really are. And if there are some things or were some things important for you in your life before, you need to refine those things. Things that you before, you knew they were important for you and you let them go. You need to relax and find those things back. You need to go back in your mind. Relaxing here is the most important. If that is meditation, taking a walk, whatever makes you relax here and come back to yourself here, we need to clear our mind and follow our intuition and inner guidance. We need to go back to the heart, to the core here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we need to detach ourselves from the personality that we so carefully build up. And we need to have faith in something higher, like it's like a divine order. We need to have faith in, and when we are resting, we will see, and when we are resting and breathing, we will see that we come back in resonance with life. There is something above here that wants to take over control for guiding you in the right direction. Then the next card is actually a very beautiful card, and it's what Leo actually should do. We should treat ourselves to the best. I'm not saying you need to go out for buying very expensive gifts here, but here sometimes Leo is life. So we need to offer ourselves the best things of life. Maybe you for the last period of time, you told yourself, no, I don't want to treat myself on this, on that anymore. It could be very simple things like a piece of pie or a pair of shoes or something small that made you happy before, and maybe you cut this off. But here, this card tells us that we need to treat ourselves sometimes to the good things in life. We suffer, but also in a way, we deserve the best. We are human, and we need to take beautiful things also in our life, sometimes sophisticated things here. And this is what this card tells you. You need to be able here and open your mind and for some our mouth here to receive the things that are enjoyable in life here. This is what we are seeing here. Whatever is important and whatever made you enjoy, try to find that back here. You need to expect, because there are things for you here in stock that you need to receive. They are there. So grant it to yourself here. This is what this card tells us. For some people, this could be getting involved in a form of education that maybe you ignored for a long time. So read and inform if that is what you missed out. That this could be possible. Also, this could be knowledge that you're missing out. Sometimes this card is connected to physical things, like simple things like a piece of pie, a pair of shoes, but sometimes also it's related to knowledge. So here we see there's something here for you is in petto. It's about to come here. Also, sometimes also we need to evaluate our group of friends, so make the best of friends. Also, if people don't inspire them, you need to let them go. Here we need to find inspiring resources for ourselves here. We need to evolve here. We need to go get out, as we saw earlier, because we are about to catch our breath. When we catch our breath, we will here come in the next stage, because this is the past, the now, and the future. So here we see here that we are on the verge here for evolving. You need to become Leo again. You need to bring laughter into the world. Leo is ruled by the heart, so Leo has a big heart. He has the wings for protecting others here. This is what we are seeing here. So eat the best healthy foods, fresh, nutritious, prepared with people that you like or what you like here. It's also a health card. We need to take care of our health here. So here we see that do the things, buy some things that are affordable for you, and reward yourself with those things here. Sometimes also it points maybe that you didn't dress up for a long time, you didn't go out, you didn't feel pretty, or you didn't feel dressed up anymore. It's like we ignored the Venus side in ourselves. We didn't dress up. Maybe it's a long time we went on a date or we went out with some friends. And here also we are urged to dress up ourselves here. Here we need to be proud on ourselves. If you lost your proud here, we need to refine our proud here. You need to find the glow back in your eyes. Maybe it's lost here. It's like we lost some luminosity here, the luminosity of the mind here. This is what we are seeing here. If you are into stage plays, movie theaters, watch these entertainments here. Also see that these works, they inspire you, they bring you some work. There are many forms of art, and you need to find some things that inspire you, not things that are dull. Not dull things. You need to nourish here your deeper spirit here, and you need to find creative works here, and it will inspire yourself also. So go to the theater, a museum, botanical garden, go in a cooking group, whatever makes you inspirative here towards here. There are many inspiring, beautiful things here that your mind can benefit on, and also we can enjoy. So don't wait to others for offering to you. So treat yourself, take the next stage here for treating yourself back. So Leo, this is all for the Stone Group. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this philosophical, spiritual card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check the other three that are connected here. I'm sure one of the four will fit you. If you are more in earthly, down-to-earth card readings, you can also check out the financial or the work card readings, and of course, the classic Lenormand card readings. Anyway, Leo, I want to thank you for your time. And again, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for doing so. Bye-bye for now. Hello, Leo, and welcome to the Matches or the Fire Group for your philosophical, spiritual, and psychological card reading for the month of January. As the first card here, it tells us that we probably need to come back with our feet on the ground. Here, what does this exactly mean? Well, it tells us here that we probably are living, we have built up a personality in our life, or we build one up, and maybe this personality is not in resonance with who we really are. So we need to come back to our true self here. Maybe we build up a false self, a false personality here, and it's like our ego here, our personality has taken over our life. Maybe you experience some failure in your life. Maybe you are not happy. here this card tells us probably that we are not so happy, and we need to be honest here. Also, we need to stop forging ourselves in certain personalities that we are not here also. This is also the anti-thumbs up card. We cannot always give up the thumbs up sign here, because actually this is not what makes the situation improve for us. This is not the reality. Maybe this is not your real you. So thumbs up don't help with this card. Here, we need to take the role back here of observer. We need to do this for a while. And if we do so, we will realize that the personality which we have built up requires, in many cases, it points that our personality requires too much attention. Sometimes also this points to that maybe we take up too many space. You can put that in any context that you want here, but mostly it means that our personality is very big here. And maybe we don't leave room for other people. And if comes then in addition with a panzer that we build up here, this could be a very difficult situation. It's like we built up something superficial and we are not really happy. We are here with this card, we are on the superficial levels. Here we build up a certain mask. You see here, there's a double personality here. It's like a Janus here. And we build up a double personality. And if we look in the mirror, we sometimes don't see ourselves. We build up, psychologists will tell you there are masks, sociologists will say there's a kind of conditioning. It's a little bit of both here that we are seeing here. Other therapists will say there's a shtick here. Anyway, here it's like we manipulated ourselves in something artificial, defensive. And you yourself, you could have the attitude here with this card, whatever happens, don't come too close to me, because if you do, and if you don't follow my way or whatever, I could hurt you. But actually, it's not who you really are. It's like an image we build up here, and probably we believe now that this is the real you, but actually it's not here. We need to go back, come back with our feet on the ground here, and probably here it means that you lack authenticity. Here, Leo can be a very creative sign, but here this points that we are not authentic. We are not who we're supposed to be. It's like here we are on the stage, we do a stage play, and we play a comedy, the comedy of life. And maybe we are the central actor in it, but are we sincere? This is the question here. Are you hiding some things for yourself, and are you not revealing your true you? This is what this card asks here. You need to refine your true self here, because it's like our personality that we build up, the ego, the panzer, the mask that we build here, it prevents you, it blocks your real self. So here we need to overcome this. It's time to share the light of life, because Leo is the light of life, it's the sun. And here we are expected here to do so. If you do, it will be beneficial, not only for yourself, but also for all around you. And Leo likes to have people around them that they can protect with their true light of their self. The next card it's in relation to that card. We need to dare to be happy. And if you make some changes in your life, as we just see with the previous card here, we will start breaking free from our ego prison. This is the past, this is the present, and this is where we are going. So here we are about to break free from certain ego presence, a certain persona that we build up. And your next challenge then will be to be openly happy as you are, that you refound yourself. Of course, here you could have built up a certain circle and some people around you could see these changes and it might not be immediately appreciated, this new joy that you are sharing. Also your personality that you build up, it's intimidated by this emotion because it vibrates on a different frequency than our higher self. So here this card tells us if we make those changes, our ego prefers that we are unhappy and that we stay stagnant. Here, we need to get out of the grip here of the ego. And maybe you think, oh, this is a false joy, this is temporary here. Maybe I'm losing this vibration of happiness here. Maybe I don't need to rejoice. Maybe I can just stay as I am here. And this is like, sometimes this is like we are about to sabotage ourselves. But it's also possible that these around you, they see these changes in you and they try to steal your joy. They steal your changes, or they try to block you here. This might be out of jealousy because of you feel happy. They could have pre-assumptions. This is what we are seeing. It could make them unhappy, dissatisfied here. This is what we are seeing here. So we need to take some distance also. This card tells us also that if we are in an unfortunate situation, that misfortune, it loves company. So take distance from these people who are not able to change, who are still stagnant. Here we see that we are observed. People around us, it's like they are observing us, and they look at you with a certain look that what is happening there. And they are curious to see if this is a temporary stage that you are about to enter or that you already enter. And they think, yeah, this is something very, this is like a trial for the person. What is coming out of that? But here we are told to find this path, this new personality, hold up our head high and feel the joy here, the joy of for a long time here that is about to come to you here. The world is more than suffering alone. Probably you had some difficulties in your life, as most of us. And here we see that there is more in life than just suffering. There are nice things in life here. So be careful here not to empathize with the misfortune of others. Also, if you have connections with certain people, take some distance here. Sometimes happiness requires also being alone. It's a little bit odd to say, but it will require some distance from you. This is what we are seeing here. If we are inspired by something higher than our ego, well, then others will not be able immediately to resonate on this frequency. So they will find your happiness or what you are about to find odd. But if they do so, and if they try to pull you back, we need to take distance from them and be willing to be alone. And we need to enjoy here the new vibrations that are about to come. The last card here is that we need to be courageous. Probably we will be intimidated by these changes that are about to come, the challenges that are about to come in ourselves. Sometimes also the ego, the personality that we build, it tries to justify itself. It tried to find reasons. I should give up this condition, this feeling that I'm in here. But actually none of the arguments that you are about to find, if you look deep into them and if you analyze them, you will see that they are actually not valid. Of course, you are afraid for changes. It's always like that. Our ego is afraid for changes, but don't let yourself be influenced by that here. Overcoming this is actually more easy than you think. Just recognize that you are afraid. It's a normal emotion here, but we need to evolve here. We are humans. We are scared for the dark, what is about to come, what we don't know, where we never been. It's like a travel. It's like a travel, and we go to a place where we never been. So we are a little bit fearful what is waiting there for us. But actually our deeper self, our deeper mind is quite fearless. So here we see that the courage is inside ourselves. And here we have the support of something higher than ourselves. For some, it could be their God. For some, it's like a higher vibration. For some, it's their spirituality. None of these things are here against you. It's actually with you here. So we need to admit here that we are scared. We need to recognize this. And if you recognize the fear, that's the first step. If you recognize the fear here, it disappears. What you see that is there, it has no value anymore. If you recognize that you are fear, what is the point of the fear? You already recognize it, so it just disappears. So if you recognize this, and this is a part of life, this grip it has on you, it will just go, and you will transform in a kind of new adventure here. It's like you breathe a different kind of air here, and your mind and body, it starts to react in a different way. So here also we are urged to breathe deeply. For some, this can also mean to meditation, for taking a walk, for some relaxation. Anyway, we need to relax our mind here, and we need to gather some bravery. Sometimes this card also, it points to health conditions. So if you need to make certain decisions about our health, because a lot of us now, we need to take important health decisions. If you're about to take health decisions, we need to reflect wisely on that, because it could have a certain effect for us on the long run. If you are about to take some steps related to your health, investigate, check it out. Don't be influenced by propaganda that you see on big channels like this one here, or other media platforms. Inquire in several places before you take certain steps. Before you allow the spear, reflect on it. For some people, it's like this. From other people, it's like that. But we need to reflect. We are asked here to reflect. So, Leo, this is all for the 5 group. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check the other 3 that are connected here. If you are more interested in down-to-earth card readings like financial or work card readings, you can find those also on my channel, or the classic, of course, the classic Lenormand card readings are also available on my channel. Anyway, Leo, I want to thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in the other videos. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, and I thank you for doing so. Bye-bye, Leo, and see you next time.